Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to RobMotive. You know, it seems to me Toyota Tacoma loyalty, brand loyalty, is fading. And I think that is Toyota's fault. You know, first of all, brand loyalty, it's always been kind of funny to me. You know, I've never been really loyal to a brand. I mean, I've had a myriad of different vehicles, different trucks and things, right? I mean, I've got two different ones sitting here in the garage. And don't worry, my Toyota Tacoma is still parked out front, sitting outside. I will always be a Tacoma enthusiast. I think Toyota would really have to screw up for me to leave the brand. So I guess I am a brand loyalist in that respect. But it's always been amazing to me. There are diehards, particularly like the Chevy guys. Chevy guys will stick with a Chevy no matter what. They could buy the thing at the lot with 4 wheels falling off, half a bed on it, and still buy it and claim it's the best thing out there. I don't get that. But anyway, talking about the Toyota Tacoma, you know, I'm in a unique position in that I have a YouTube channel with 38,000+ people on it, right? So I get comments across the board from lots of different people talking about how they feel about the Tacoma and what Toyota is doing to it in the market. And I've noticed a trend lately, and that is people leaving the brand, or at least threatening to leave the brand. And I know there have been a few that have done it, either the brand itself or the model, going from a Tacoma to a Tundra, or going from a Tacoma Toyota altogether to something else, like a Chevy, or a Nissan Frontier, even a Ford Ranger. I've had lots of people tell me that if Toyota continues on the path that they're on, both with pricing, supply, and powertrain, they're going to go to something else. Now, I find that kind of interesting because Toyota has built this long-standing reputation of quality, reliability, but people seem to not care as much about that as we care about gadgets and bling and power. Power I can understand. I mean, if you use the Tacoma to, say, tow something or haul stuff, maybe you have some kind of a job where you use it for that, it has to be capable, right? And it has to be priced in such a manner that you can afford it for the business. I mean, certain things make sense, right? If you're running a business and you have 3 or 4 trucks, you know, maybe you're willing to give up a little bit of the quality and reliability if it's under warranty. For instance, you trade them off every 3 or 4 years to get something that's more cost effective for your business. I get that. And one of the big things I hear on the channel has to deal with price. You know, there's this rumor out there that this new Tacoma is going to be hugely more expensive. First of all, I think that's absurd. There's no way Toyota's going to do that. There's no way they can do that. They can't price themselves out of the market. That doesn't mean that it's not going to cost more money. I certainly think that's going to happen. I think we're going to see somewhere between $1,500 and $3,000, depending on the trim level that you go for, increase in the cost of a new Tacoma. It's a perfect opportunity for Toyota to justify it, in that they're coming out with this brand new redesigned truck with new technology, better fuel economy, better options, an updated infotainment system. Did you know that in the Toyota's new system, at least in the Prius back here, I can actually talk to the infotainment system. I can control things like the radio, the HVAC system, I should say, and other things within the car itself. I mean, it's pretty cool. Am I willing to pay more money for that? I don't know. Depends on how far it goes. I mean, if I can really get into the brains of the car or truck and tell it to do things that are useful to me, like change the air conditioning level or heat level, or maybe the radio station, that kind of stuff, or maybe ask it questions. Maybe I want information as I'm driving along that's going to be read to me so I don't have to take my eyes off the road. I think that's pretty cool. I might pay a little bit more for that. I think that's pretty neat. But there's a lot of folks out there that won't. There's a lot of people out there, it seems to me, that don't value that quite as much, although they're switching to other brands because they offer things like that. It's going to be interesting to me to see if Toyota does offer that same system, and I think they will, in the upcoming Tacoma, the one that is more advanced. You can talk to it, it does different things, controls different things, even looks better, except for it protruding all over the place inside above the dash. I'm not a huge fan of that, but I'm getting used to it because that's what the new Prius back here that I have is like. Styling. I'm hearing a lot of complaints about the styling of the new Tacoma, and I don't understand that because I think Toyota stayed true enough to the current look of the truck that shouldn't alienate people from it. I mean, I like it. I'm looking at it. I've got pictures of it on the wall over here. You guys can see I keep it on the wall so that I can look at it all the time. I've got the interior. I've got the Pro, or the Concept Pro, I guess, and then what the Tacoma is going to look like. I'm not a big fan of this treatment in the front. This looks much better to me. But anyway, I think it's close enough that it shouldn't be an issue, but it seems to me there are folks out there that don't agree. They don't like the looks of it, so much so that they're threatening to go somewhere else. I'd love to know how many of the folks that do threaten to go to another brand actually do. Let me know if you're one of the people that have done that because you don't like the new Tacoma, you don't care for the supply, we'll get to that in a minute, and the pricing on the existing Tacoma. Did you go to a different brand? Be honest, leave a comment, and let me know why. Let us know why. I'd just be curious. Let's talk about supply real quick for a minute. That's another huge sticking point. There's this big conspiracy theory that Toyota is somehow limiting supply so that they can raise the pricing on the trucks. First of all, it's not the manufacturer that raises the prices, not on the current model. It's the dealership. I do have my own theory there that if that conspiracy is true, then maybe they're doing it so that the dealerships can recoup a little bit of the money that they lost during the big sickness. You know, when supply was gone and they couldn't build anything. You know, the old you scratch my back, I'll scratch yours kind of thing. That, I believe, would be more likely if a conspiracy exists than anything else. Because you have to keep your franchises, your dealerships out there economically sound so that they are around to sell your new model, right? I don't know. That's a whole nother video. Who knows? Anyway, those are just a few things, I guess, that kind of shakes loyalists or Toyota Tacoma loyalists. It just seems to me like Toyota Tacoma loyalty or Tacoma loyalty is fading. Like people are now looking at other models because they're not happy with the direction that Toyota has gone in. Pricing, supply, looks, technology, all that stuff. Oh, and let's not forget the engine. People hate it. 4-cylinder turbo, very, very unpopular. We're not going to have a choice. Leave a comment. Let me know. Are you considering something else? I'd just be curious. Thanks for watching. Stay safe out there. Bye.